Evening, folks. I am Chad with CD Shaving. Thank you very much for joining me for tonight's shave video. However, tonight is not going to be a shave, although I am in badly need of one. But I'm not going to do that tonight, no, because somebody sent me a message a while ago asking me for a very special type of video to be done, or at least a different one that I've never done before. And I'm happy to oblige. So before we get into that, let's talk about the holiday of the day. Today is National Gratitude Day, World Gratitude Day. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And those of you who have subscribed, those of you that haven't, we'll address that at the end of the video. So anyway, folks, tonight's video is going to be a tour of my shave den. Actually more than one person has asked me for a tour of it, and I have no problem doing that. So I'll bring you guys around, show you what I have and where I have things and why I do what I have it set up the way that I have it set up. So I think we're going to do that by, we're going to dismount this camera here. I'm just going to reach right up. There we go. Yeah, that probably works better. All right, well, let's start with these three shelves. As you can see, I have three major shelves that I store everything on. Actually, it's four, counting this top one here. Here I have my CD shaving bowl right up here. Some of you guys have seen this in my videos. I use this to, usually for soap samples, I press it in there, or if I take a piece of soap out, I use it for that reason. The rest of the stuff up here is really just kind of deodorant. I've got my other two shaving bowls. I've got some pill cases for when I send out samples to somebody, so on and so forth. I also have, if you guys see the Balms up there, that's, believe it or not, that's diaper cream, and it actually works great for right here. So if you guys wear collared shirts and you tend to get that irritation on your skin sometimes you can get, diaper cream works really good for that, and that stuff works great. I got some barbicide here that I use to put my blades in. I soak my blades in that every time I do a changeover, or I soak my razors in that stuff every time I do a change in blade. Every single time like clockwork. Is it over and above? Probably, but that's what I do. Over here, as you can see, I got all my blades, all the DE blades that I have all along here. I've got some more. I just got a mail call in, so I got some more here. I got some that I haven't even tried yet that I'm looking to do some reviews on soon. So next shelf we have basically all. I get a couple of shaving balms in here that I have. Ones that are pre-shave stuff that I don't really use a whole lot of. I've got a whole bunch of aftershaves, as you can see, all up in here. I've got Vanillay. A couple of Vanillay's. I got a bunch of soap samples. This one's one of my favorite to use for at night. I think I've reviewed. Actually, I know I've reviewed this already. Cape Verde by Mickey Lee Soapworks. This stuff is great. Han Polo from Phoenix. You can pair this with a whole ton of different stuff. Love this stuff. Of course, I got the old Pinode. Can't have no shaving den is complete without Pinode in it. I got my Sterlings, as you can see. In the back of those, I've got Bad Habits, got that going on from the club. This stuff is fantastic. I love this stuff. I use that quite a bit. This is also one of my first ones and one of my favorite, Motherfucker. This stuff, if you don't have this, I highly recommend picking this up. This stuff is really good. I like this stuff a lot, and I use it quite a bit. As far as other classics, other than the Pinode, I got the good old Brood happening right here. You know, can't have a shave den without some Brood in it, right? While ago, I picked up this Cremo right here. That stuff right there, it's got menthol in it. It's meant to be a shaving cream. Kind of sucks, so I use it as shaving, a pre-shave every now and again if I feel like I need one. So, but this is where I keep all my aftershaves. Let's see, I got a few others here. Let's see, we got Tahitian Dream. We've got Agora Zarisma, Chiseled Face. Got some Mirsol here. I've got my two witch hazels. You know, I don't like the standard witch hazel scented stuff. This stuff really sucks. This stuff smells good. This one was rose petal. I also have another one here. This one is peach scented. I have smelled it, but I actually haven't used it yet. I really like the rose one. The rose one smells pretty good, and I usually go with that. So, anyway, so moving down to the next shelf here, so you guys can see soaps. Lots and lots of soaps. Not nearly as many as the ones that I've seen in other people's dens, but this is what. First of all, let's put the cap back on this one. This is Sterling's Gentleman. I used this today when I did a head shave earlier. I always leave my soaps uncovered while I go to work. Then when I come back, I take them off, and or I take the covers and put them back on. So that's that. Let's see. We got I've got, as you guys can see, I've got Sterling Gentleman. I've got Sharpdress Man, Executive Man, Margaritas in the Arctic, Sterling Blue, Sandpiper. I just acquired Mountain Man, which I'm going to be giving that a shot soon. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, I've got Coconut Lime. I did a giveaway. This was actually my first giveaway I did on this, so I got some of that. Went on. Of course, you gotta have the I got the motherfucker shaving soap. I love this stuff. I get the Stallion as well. That stuff is really, really good. Those are my two favorite scents from Razor Rock. But that's, I've got, this is basically where I keep all my soaps. I mean, I'm not going to go through every single one and say which ones I have and which ones I don't. I mean, Christ, we'd be here all night if I did that. I got, let's see, Vision Soap Commander. I got some of them going on down here. I ended up getting so many soaps I had to make a second shelf. As you can see, let's see, that's right here. I got all the rest of the soaps here, or let me move the camera out. There we go. As you can see, that I got them all here. I got a bunch of samples over here. These are a whole bunch of samples I got, and I got samples in aftershaves and soaps and stuff that I reviewed and done before. A lot of you have asked me about my brushes. The brushes here are actually held up with magnets. Here we go. Magnets, see? That's all it is. It's a magnet that I epoxied to the tip of the brush. And if you look, or if you can see, let's see if I can get that angle right here. Yep, that right there. This is a hacksaw blade. All I did was screw that to the bottom of it to give it a piece of metal for the brush to attach to. So as you can see, it just sticks right on there, and we're rocking and rolling, ready to go. Let's see. Turn that around like that. So I got my Omega brush here. This is a synthetic brush that I have by the Body Shop. Works pretty well. This one here is my first ever brush. This is a Vanderhagen brush. I'm going to be taking that knot out of there at some point. The knot came out at one point, and I ended up putting it back in. I never use it. It's just it's more nostalgic reasons. It's my first brush, so I hang on to it. Here I've got my go-to brush that you guys are really familiar with, the Evershave handle with the Maggard Razor's Tuxedo knot, Whip Dog handle, and in there is a Game Changer knot. This one down here, I don't know if you can see, this one right here. Now that's the one that always causes the noise in the background whenever I'm doing a video. But anyway, so moving on to brushes. This one here is my one and only Badger brush. It's kind of a cheaper Badger brush. It's not the best out there, but I wanted to try Badger just to see what the big deal was. So I grabbed it, I tried it. It's okay. I don't use it a whole heck of a lot. And then, of course, I have my Beechwood handle with the Omega Synthetic S knot that I use quite a bit. I got a variety of aftershave balms all in here. I got Soap Commander. I got a bunch of Sterlings. I've got Nivea. I've got some stuff from Scentsy. I've got a couple of no-name brand ones. I've got... this is actually one of my go-tos as well. This Aqua Velva. This stuff works really, really awesome. I like that stuff. And it goes well with... I found it goes well with almost any soap I've used. Even, yeah, except for maybe the fruit-based ones that I've used. It doesn't really go well with that. So, yeah, so that's most of my gear here. As far as, you know, the shaving soaps and the creams and the aftershaves and stuff like that. I keep it all up in here. I try to keep it as organized as possible. I realize some of this is a little out of whack, but you know, it's a system that seems to work well for me and allows me to do my reviews in an orderly fashion. As far as my mirror is concerned, see this? This actually folds out, each one of these. So when I do shave my head, I can actually see all the way around. It gives me a good 360 view, so I can see. I got a couple of business cards, as you can see here and here, different people that I've dealt with and vendors and stuff. My camera usually mounts right here. I put the shelf in. That's where I mounted up this. All this is, I don't have a tripod for my camera at all. This is it's a cap that went to Parmesan cheese. And all I did was hack the shit out of the sides of it, and the camera slides right into that. And I just mount it there, and that's where it sits, and it works pretty well. At least it works well for me. It hasn't fallen out yet into the water. So, moving on, always have a shaving towel. As you can see, I've got that going on right here. My daughter has tons of I can't even think of what these things are called right now. Headbands for like hair. I just stuck them on a paper towel roll, and there you go. Now they're out of my way. Anyway, Boston Bruins puck. I did a soap review that where I talked about this and where I got it from. My daughter got this for me, and I always keep it in the background of my shaving videos. Just as kind of I'm a Boston Bruins fan, and because she gave it to me. So, like I said, shaving towel, always keep handy, ready to go, rock and rolling. We got ourselves a strop here. This is so we can take care of the only straight razor that I have, which is the Gold Dollar 100. Now, razors. Probably should have got a selfie stick, huh? Anyway, razors. As you can see, I get quite a few. Some of these I just got recently, as in recently within the last 24 hours. I don't know a whole lot about them. I got a couple of vintage ones. This is Vanderhagen right here. This is my very first one. No, I'm sorry, not my Vanderhagen. That's a super speed black tip. This is my Vanderhagen. I use this one. This is one that my daughter uses because it's extremely non-aggressive. It is not my. I don't think I can even tell you the last time I used this razor. I call it the Fisher Price of all safety razors, and yeah, I stand by that. So, and anyway, I have, let's see, I have other razors here. Here, let me just pause it for a second. Okay, so moving on, I got a couple of other razors here. I got these, this one I actually just got in, and I don't know a whole lot about it. This is from Leonici. That's what I just got this today. It is a 3-piece, I can tell you that. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot about it. Here I got the old Gillette Fat Boy, also from Lewis. I've not used the Gillette Fat Boy at all. This will be my first one. Be the first time I've used it. I heard pretty good things about them. Let's see, I got the 3 gems right here. This one, Micromatic. I don't know a whole lot about these two. I'm going to be working on some research for those and doing a review on those. Also from Lewis. Of course, you guys have seen this. This is my, what I call a little wasp. I've used this one before. Very aggressive, little tiny razor. Mule R41, that's my go-to. Razor Rock Slant Bar German 37. Da. That's also, no, not da, excuse me. Jawohl. Is also one of my go-tos. Then I've got the Parker right here, open comb. It's got a bigger handle to it. It's not one I use a lot, but I do use it. And then of course I've got my Futura or Harvard Futur clone. This is the Mingxi 2000. So, and then we get the the straight razor here. This. You can see that this entire thing was made custom for me by a friend of mine, including the straight razor accent here. This literally was a piece of paper that I printed at work on a copier. All I did was print out the schematic. And he tea stained it and then squeegeed it and put it on here and to make it kind of give it that antique look to it. And I think it works really, really well. The barber pole, he was a great addition to this. He painted all, hand painted that. The back to this, he doesn't know what exactly purpose it was. He thinks this was part of a barn, maybe part of a barn door at one point, but that's what he thinks, and that's what he made out of it. When I asked him to make me something, he makes custom signs, the guy that did this, and I asked him, I said, just make me something shaving related. I don't care what it is. I don't even care if it's functional. I gave him carte blanche. I said, you do it. You come up with something. And that is what he came up with, and I thought it was a great place to put my razors on. And it looks really, really cool. I like it a lot. So it's nice. The thing is heavy though, but it's cool. I like it. I like it quite a bit. So let's see. I think that's about it. I mean, I've got, like I said, I got tons of soaps and creams, most of which I've done reviews for already. I got something here from Lush that I got to do at some point. I've got like a Mountain Man I'm going to review because I haven't done that. I get this as well. Rustic shaving soap. I'm going to be doing a review on that soon. This one's Black Amber Vanille. So I'm going to be trying that one out soon. I think I've actually, and I've got another one, the Drunken Goat from Mickey Lee Soapworks. I'm going to be doing that soon. That one's been out for a while, but it's new to me, so I'm going to give it a shot. So I got 3 new soaps to do some reviews on. As you can see, I got a bunch of new razors to look into, get some information on, try those out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's my bathroom. That's that's my shaving gear. That's what I have. I don't have a ton of it, but I've got, enough to where it keeps me busy. So, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the camera right back in its camera slot here. There we go. So, yeah, there we go. Hopefully that won't fall. All right, so yeah, that's my shaving den. That's the stuff that I have. As you can see, it's not as extensive as some other people's, but it's not as, it's not exactly down to a couple of items either. Somebody, I showed pictures of this to a few people, and I got told I had a problem. Whatever. I think it's great. It's a lot of fun for me. I love the hobby. I love doing the reviews. And I love talking to you guys and meeting people that I don't know. Especially when, they're from around the world. I mean, I love getting messages from people that are from overseas, and they say, well, I just started watching your videos, and I didn't know you were out there, and I really, really liked it. Yours is something I watch a lot of, and it's humbling, but it's nice. It makes you feel good to get to know that you're helping out people and reaching out to the people that you want to. But I mean, overseas, man, that's pretty cool. That somebody, halfway across the globe is watching, my homemade videos. So, I guess that, like I said, that's pretty much it. You guys have any questions, or if I know I kind of blew through it. I just didn't want to bore you guys by going through every single soap, especially when I've done so many reviews. I just wanted to kind of show you my setup and what I had. I've never done a shave den tour. I've seen a couple of them online, and I kind of tried to model it off that a little bit. So if I missed something, or there's something you guys want to see more detail, or you have questions about, go ahead and leave a question or comment down in the section below. I'd be happy to get back to you. Or I can always do a follow-up video if I didn't cover something in as much detail as you wanted to. Anyway, so yeah, so comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll get that ticker going. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. But when you do, make sure you knock that bell, because that way you get a notification every time we do a new video here at CD Shaving. So, folks, that is my shave den, and I am Chad from CD Shaving. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.